So, new Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull has hit the ground running, saying there has never been a more exciting time to be an Australian. But given the tepid economy, sharing that excitement may be easier said than done. Andrew Robertson has been looking at the numbers.
Malcolm Turnbull has grabbed the leadership at a time when the future could be described as uncertain rather than exciting. Just a few short years ago, the Australian economy looked invincible as the resources boom delivered record national income. But those days are gone. Australia is the country most heavily leveraged to China's growth story, and China is slowing. The big question is how much and what will it mean? Economic growth in the June quarter collapsed to just 0.2%, and some are already predicting a recession. At 2%, Australia's annual growth rate is just over half what it was 3 years ago. By contrast, Greece, the world's economic basket case, is now growing 4 times faster than Australia. To add insult to injury, productivity is falling in key sectors like mining, manufacturing and construction. That's contributing to unemployment stuck above 6%. Jobs are still being created. Joe Hockey says 300,000 since the last election. 17,500 of those new jobs were last month, but it hasn't been enough to drive the jobless rate down. Compare that to the US, where the unemployment rate has almost halved in the last 5 years. As the Australian economy stutters, household debt is ballooning, $1.6 trillion or 100% of GDP. Throw in government borrowing of $400 billion and Australia's debts have doubled in the last 10 years. That's fine when things are booming, but with the global economic outlook bleaker than the domestic economy, that indebtedness has the potential to be a major problem. With interest rates at a record low, the Reserve Bank is fast running out of ammunition, which is where the excitement could really begin for Malcolm Turnbull. As the new Prime Minister, the buck for the economy's fortunes now stops with him.